I didn't know, there's some real important information that I didn't know about at the time of planting. And I feel like I had to come back and tell you guys so you don't make the same mistake I did.
That is Bette. Oh, look at her.
Hey y'all, I have a quick correction that I really need to tell y'all about. These are my potato plants and they're doing great. I'm going to show you, I'll show you them close up here in a second. But what I needed to tell you is when I planted these, and I did the video on the straw bale potato gardening. You know, I said I've never done this type before. What I didn't know, there's some real important information that I didn't know about at the time of planting. And I feel like I had to come back and tell you guys so you don't make the same mistake I did. What I did not know is that potato plants are similar similar to like tomatoes, in the sense that you have determinate and indeterminate, and I did not know that. On a tomato, an indeterminate means it's just going to keep producing. It's just unlimited. No matter how many you pick, it's just going to keep blooming if you give it what it needs. On a determinate, that's going to be like your Romas or whatever. They're going to be more of a bush type. They're limited in their production, basically. You don't want to pick the flowers and the blooms and stuff off of a determinate, because there is a determined number of tomatoes that it will put on. So whereas indeterminates, you know, it just keeps producing, and they're usually the long leggy, much leggier. You know, they need the bigger, sturdier frames in many cases. So like a lot of our beef steaks or cherry tomatoes, things like that, those are going to be your indeterminates. Romas, on the other hand, in tomatoes would be your determinates. Well, potatoes are the same way, and I didn't know that. So when I did the straw bales rows, I did that with the understanding that the potato plant is going to continue to grow, and you can just keep mounding that straw up around them as they grow. I'm not sure if you can see real good. Okay, because this is a pretty good little plant right here. So you would just keep mounding this straw up more and more up until you leave a few inches, and then it's going to grow more, because those stems are actually going to put on the potatoes. Well, that's how I planted these, is believing that was going to happen, and it would if they were indeterminate. When I looked up, I had to go and research it, and I pulled up the names. All three of those varieties are determinate. Well, that would mean in a potato, instead of putting potatoes on the stems and just keep growing as big as the plant gets, and the potatoes are growing on the stems and out into the straw, the determinate potatoes will make one layer. They'll just have a layer at the ground level of potatoes. It doesn't grow up the stalks or stems. So that kind of changes how I am looking at growing these. Sorry, I'm froggy from the allergies. Now back here on one of these two rows, I've got to go back and look it up which one, but I did plant some russets, and those were just out of my kitchen. They were getting old. They were putting some eyes on, and they were small. So I went ahead and planted those. Well, the russets that I found in the list of determinants and indeterminates for potatoes, the russets were all coming up as just indeterminate, which is what I would want. You know, I need to keep the straw around them because they are going to put potatoes on the stems. So I'm glad I know that, and so that way I can kind of cater to those 5 or 6 potato plants that are going to need that extra height of straw. But the rest of them are determinants. So I felt like that was pretty important information for me to bring back to you because I just wasn't aware. I've never done this straw bale potato patch before, and so I just knew that, you know, I needed to correct that information in case anybody was going to try this method and you're not aware, maybe you weren't aware like I wasn't aware. So at least I know now. I've learned that lesson. But so I am going to go back and I'm actually going to bring some dirt in under, you know, kind of lift up the side here gently, and I'm going to maybe try to scoop, you know, with a cup or something, and I want to get some more dirt in under them. I thought I would need to before. I think I mentioned it in the other video, and they started growing so well I didn't worry about it. So now though, knowing that I've got mostly determinants and they're all going to grow on this ground level, I feel like it couldn't hurt if I just take some more soil and basically just with a little cup, and I can lift these sides up, and I'm just gonna, or maybe a bowl, and I'm just gonna dump more dirt in there for those roots and those potatoes. Now I know the potatoes are still gonna be in the straw, excuse me, on the, you know, at this ground level, and that they should be fine. But I'm unsure if I really have enough soil around them for the root system that this potato is going to need. So I'm kind of been questioning that, and I wasn't worried when I saw how well, you know, I would say 10, or I think I counted 12 possible potato plants, not knowing if they're, you know, several plants, like there's a couple of small ones right here, they could actually be coming off of this same potato that's right here in the front. So I'm not 100% sure how many potatoes out of the 12 or 15 that I planted in each row. I believe it was 15, 16 in each row. But I'm kind of trying, since we're at the beginning of the growing stage for them, it's like, well, it can't hurt to go ahead and give them some more dirt just in case. I'm just trying to hedge my bets. So you can see how big and nice and big this is getting, and they're all the way down the row, and same on these also. They're just, you know, they're doing good. I mean, I've got anywhere from 10 to 12 inches on some of them that are coming out. Now I'm still waiting on these blues to peek out, but they are running, you know, behind. Hi, girl. That is Bet. Oh, look at her. So they're looking good. And so that is basically my update. Okay, so that is my potatoes. You gotta see this. That's what they do in their feeder. I need to refill that today. They've got to get more. Snapper, look at you. Okay, everybody. Oh, Mr. Roadie. I just wanted to bring this potato information to you, and we'll keep updating and hoping and praying for a great harvest. So you guys have a wonderful, blessed day, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.